All right. I'm Jeff Thomson with Mercy Projects in the United States. However, we used to be EEO, Eastern European Outreach, and connected to the Kelet, Europa, Missio here in Inárcs in Hungary. We have actually worked together and started in the same mission many, many years ago. And we have sort of reunited over time when different crises or different projects have come up. I've known Imre and Elizabeth for such a long time, and Norbert and Yuda. So it's really great for us to work together and reunite again during this time of crisis for the country of Ukraine. So about a month ago, I came in to Budapest. I had called Norbert on the phone. We had emailed and talked, and I knew that he would be busy doing things, collecting goods and relief goods for the people of Ukraine. So I came in with my son, and we met here. We picked up a van. We filled it full of goods from the warehouse here at Kelet Europa Missio, and we went to Poland, to Krakow, to help refugees there. And from Krakow, we then went into Ukraine. And Norbert and the team here has been such a great help to us. So through their coordination, they've been helping us arrange transport of goods from here to the border with Ukraine, and then from the border into the country. So we've been taking those supplies across the border into Mukachevo, and then from there to Ternopil and other cities, into Kiev as well. I've been into Kiev a few times now in the last few weeks, and not just Kiev, but further east into eastern Ukraine, into the Donetsk Oblast and the Zaporozhye area and Kramatorsk, and areas in real need. So what we've seen these last few days, these last weeks, have been just, of course, people streaming out of the country, fearful for what the Russians were going to do here lately. The Russians have been pulling back out of the suburbs of Ukraine, of Kiev, as you've seen on TV, perhaps. I can just say that Christian pastors and people, there was a church in Bucha, a suburb of Kiev, a church in Bucha, a Baptist church, with 170 people who were caught, not just church folks, but also neighbors, who were caught in the basement of that church for about 18 days, 19 days, until they got rescued. But some elders stayed behind to take care of the people who didn't leave, and some of them were killed, actually died in the fighting. So we've been just trying to take supplies in, including vests, Kevlar vests, and armor, body armor, for our dads. Our IT guy is now serving in the civilian defense. He's a strong Christian guy. He has chaplain on his shoulder here. He looks like a soldier, but he isn't. He's a dad. He's an IT guy serving people because he's been called upon by his country. So we want him to be safe. And the other dads that are with him, patrolling their streets and their checkpoints, their block posts. We have to understand that Ukraine wouldn't exist today if common men didn't stand up and defend their homes. And that's what they're doing. So we support them in prayer, support them with goods, delivering supplies like that come from here at the mission, and delivering them in as far as Kiev or eastern Ukraine, and then bringing people out. So far we've brought out over 30 people, grandmothers, moms, children, babies, and they don't know where they're going. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know, why should we leave if we don't know what's going to happen to us on the other side of that border of Ukraine. Many have stayed in Lviv in West Ukraine or in Mukachevo. So folks, just want to ask you to pray for us, for the mission here in Inárcs, for the people of Ukraine, for our mission. It's really, we're a team. We're ministering to people who need the love of Christ. We're helping our staff. Our staff right now from our office in Kiev are staying here at Lake Balaton. Norbert here, the director, arranged a house for them to stay in. The owners have generously given that house in Schifork have given that house for them to live for free for a couple of months. So there are 23 people in that house right now, a family of 11 from Kharkiv that's been almost completely destroyed, and then our 12 folks, wives and children from our office in Kiev. So I think Hungary has done a lot. I know the mission here has done a lot for the people of Ukraine. We're trying to do our best to take